Alrighty. Sagittarius Cup Finals. I have no idea how I made it to Group A, to be honest with you all. This CM was extremely, extremely tough. Like the Scorpio Cup from before, I didn't really try hard too much with these honses, but this CM was even tougher than last. I was just getting bodied left and right. There were plenty of times where I went 0-5 during the rounds. And somehow on the last day, I was able to get 4 wins. I just got extremely lucky and was able to make it to Group A finals. So even if I get third, I'm still pretty happy that I at least made my goal to Grade A finals. But looks like we do have some stiff competition here. We got some front runners. We, of course, have the backliners as well. Let's take a quick look. Starting off for me, had to go with Christmas Ogre now that I actually kind of know how to build her a little bit better. I'm going for the 4 recovery method here, just to be able to actually proc everything. This was about the best that I could do. I didn't really try to grind just to be able to get long S, even though that is kind of almost a guarantee that she probably won't completely win. In fact, do I even have... I was able to get Turf S somehow on Narita Taishin, but none of them have long S on my team, so I know that's definitely a contributing factor to probably why I haven't won as much as I should have. But typical Christmas Ogre build here. I did decide to go with U equals MA squared along with my other 3 typical recoveries. Was able to get Speed Star and Professor of Curvature, as well as some other skills. Probably don't have enough acceleration, but it is what it is. Of course, good old Golshi here was able to double S at least, so I'm pretty proud of that. Would have loved to see Wit a little bit higher, but it is what it is. Trying out the double unique of Let's Pump Some Iron and moving past and beyond from the Mejiros, just to see how those work there. Do have Go Home Specialist and Umastan, as well as inheriting Straightaway Spurt. Pretty typical build for a Golshi for this here as well. Didn't get long S, but it is what it is. Good old Taishin. Always really liked Taishin here. Was able to get the Turf S. And as far as uniques, also once again trying for that Let's Pump Some Iron and moving past and beyond. See if I can proc both of those, be able to just rocket my way to victory at the end. Was able to get No Stopping Me and Encroaching Shadow as well for the late race. So we'll see how she does. Overall, I think my best winner was actually Taishin. Ogre was able to eke out a few different wins, but she mostly lost against other Ogres, as is. So let's take a look at the other teams here. Alright, going against let's see what we have here. We got a Runaway Suzuka. Definitely a bane of my existence. Probably going to try and propel the Saiyan Sky directly up in front. Long S. Would have probably wanted to see a little bit more power from them, perhaps, but it does look like typical. We got the 2 passives. They have the groundwork. Do they have... Let's see. Taking the lead, I believe, will help proc that. And other typical shenanigans from a Saiyan Sky. And it is S+. Probably going to lose to this guy here. Let's check out their Taishin as well. They do have long S. Yeah, pretty similar setup to mine. They also have the double unique as well. No Stopping Me, Encroaching Shadow. They went Swinging Maestro instead of her built-in kit. Overall, pretty good. So that is Let's take a look at Nekutor here. Once again, running another typical Golshi, pretty similar to mine. Yeah, very solid. They also got the Straightaway Spurt, Umastan. Very typical build. Another Christmas Ogre here. a little bit low in the power, I would say. Going for the Pure Heart route. And they're also going for the 4 recovery skills as well. Innate Experience, Professor Curvature. Yeah, pretty solid. And then just a lone Saiyan Sky here for their front runner. Angling and Scheming. They're not a ground worker though, so that's quite interesting. Very interesting. I don't know how well their record might have been here, but yeah, looks like our competition overall. Like I said, I'm still happy that I'm actually even in Grade A finals here, so I'll take what I can get. Would I love to eke out a win? Yes. Will I hit it? Probably not, but we'll see how we do here. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and just run to our race, see how we do. Everybody's in. 3 favorites, 6 favorites, 7 favorite. Pretty solid overall. I'm guessing the Saiyan Sky is probably going to rocket to victory if the runaway method works for Ah. Otherwise, it's always just a gamble in the back end to see which one of us will hit. Have had a couple hits with Goldshi, definitely a lot more solid with Taishin. Ogre is also kind of a gamble with me as well, but let's do it. Sagittarius Cup. Boy, am I glad that our next 2 are going to be a completely gambling sprint, and then dirt after that. I'm excited to actually build something a bit different and not see gold chips. Let's see how we do, boys. Alright, waiting for the late start on all 3 of them. Oh, late start on my Taishin, but that's alright there. Obviously, runaway, and the front is going to take it. We get an early proc stand on Goldshi. Typical work here. Everyone's kind of lining up. We want to keep them in the 6 to 7 area there. I'm not going to make the meme joke. Got long corners, rocking, pretty solid. Pretty standard stuff from what we're seeing here. Alright, a little bit of a ramp up from Goldshi here. Everyone staying solid in the middle of the pack. Boy, it's going to be a complete different type of race when it comes to the next CM. With Sprint coming up, it's going to be great. I'm tired of these long races. Alright, everyone is proccing their recoveries here. Middle of the race, so Goldshi's going to, of course, hit her anchors away. Start slowly moving up, hopefully. We're sitting in that good zone here. We got proc from Ogre here. Let's see if she procs from 777 or not. We got an early proc for Nekator here with their Ogre cap. Alright, we're getting a lot. We got the double. And then we did hit Christmas Ogre's Festive Miracle unique. And that did proc, I believe, off of 777. Alright, everyone's rocketing forward here. Taishin's in a good position. Oh, and she actually gets her unique. Very solid. I always forget the exact conditions for her to proc this, but this is pretty solid. Hopefully she rockets forward. Goldshi's probably not going to get it in the end, unless she gets somehow an insane boost. So it's going to be up to our Ogre or our Taishin. Taishin's actually looking pretty solid. Hopefully she can bump up from the other Ogre. Saiyan side gets first. Oh, I think we got second. If we did, that's actually pretty fantastic for me. Saiyan Sky, yep. Yeah, we got second. Perfect. We were actually able to eke out their ogre. Very, very nice. Second, fifth, and sixth. Hey, we were actually able to hit second. Oh, I will take that. Very solid. All right, let's take a look at our overall details here. I did kind of predict that their Saiyan Sky was going to rocket towards victory there, but good job on Taishin. She is not going to the blue factory in the end. As always, here's the quick little inspiration work that I was able to get going for her. And then I always forget, where do we double check where the overall... Here we go. So, as you can see, her win rate here is about 16.3%. She was usually in the top half, at least. She always liked to rocket at the end towards victory, so... Probably our best performer here. And then let's take a look. Here is my ogre recap. Pretty measly 8.8%. I tried with her, but I still obviously need to do a little bit of work in order to get her to be the beast that she is. And then good old Golshi at the end. A little bit less of a win rate, but compared to all the other Golshi and everyone else out there, it is what it is. But we did get second overall. Pretty happy about that. I'm definitely looking forward to the upcoming Sprint Cup. I believe this is our first Sprint Cup, if I remember correctly. Definitely a lot of gambling going on and a lot easier methods, and I'm just excited to not see all the typical runners. I'm guessing there's probably going to be absolute lot of Bakushin happening, as well as some other shenanigans, probably what you would typically see, I guess, in a team's trial. So I might get some air grooves out there, maybe some Mayanos as well. I do have an Akebono that I'm going to try out, so it'll be fun to actually utilize an Uma that you don't normally see in a lot of the Champions meetings, but that's for the future, and I will check in when I reach the finals for them. But that is it. Was able to get second Sagittarius Cup. Pretty happy about that. Will I try hard for next time? Maybe a little bit, just because it is so different. But we'll see when we see, I guess. Thanks a lot.